You guys, I think that SaaS tools are going to be the next wave of internet marketing success. I think that coaching programs are going to go by the wayside. I think that a lot of coaching programs, information marketing, digital, just like information, selling information is going to completely disappear. I mean, I can literally go on ChatGPT. I can type in, teach me how to do XYZ, and I can get an entire framework or formula that is legitimately good for that if I incorporate into my SOPs, if I do the task that ChatGPT tells me to do, I will see success. And it's all because of artificial intelligence. So information marketing is going to disappear. If you are thinking about designing a course, if you're thinking about building a coaching program, my advice to you is don't rely on the information, the digital information, to make you millions of dollars. As soon as it hits online, it's over. As soon as it hits online and it's crawlable by ChatGPT, it's crawlable by artificial intelligence. And I know you can have artificial intelligence like crawling blockers put into your website. Literally, it's only a matter of time. As soon as agentic artificial intelligence comes out and it can fill in forms and it can go get through CAPTCHAs and all of that stuff, we're going to see information be free. Every single bit of information that you can possibly think of is going to be available for free. And right now, for the most part, it already is. Any information you want, for the most part, is free right now. Here's where things are going to be migrating. Number one, there's going to be a lot more in-person education, like real-time in-person education that's going to be taking place because artificial intelligence can only go so fast. And if you have a coaching program that is updated every single month, every single week, hey, here are the latest and the greatest that's coming out, you might be able to stay on top of ChatGPT or AI. In-person events, I think, are going to be they're going to dramatically increase again. In-person events, I think, are going to dramatically increase because people are going to value real human relationships again. And the reason that this is, and you guys, I know I'm stuttering and stammering all over the place on this one because I'm like passionate about it. I'm fired up. But the reason this is going to take place is because we don't even know if what we're seeing on social media is accurate anymore. We don't even know if it's true. I'm creating videos with VO3 that if you would have shown me that 5 years ago, I would have been like, how the heck did they do that? That looks real. How did that person do that? That looks completely real. We can't even trust our eyes. So meeting in person is going to be, the next wave. We're going to kind of like revert back to we're meeting in person. We're going out to dinners. We're going to events. We're shaking hands in real life. We're looking people in the eyes because that won't be able to be faked for a very, very long time. Hopefully ever. So if you're planting your flag in any revenue models, I would be very hesitant to plant your flag in the digital marketing space, specifically selling information in the info product space. I mean, if you think about it, like right now, there are 1,000,001 ways to create. There are 1,000,001 people who are already creating info products that they're selling on specific topics, Facebook ads, digital marketing, TikTok, how to get more people on your email list, blog posts. There's so much information that's already out there on those topics that it's very easy for the crawlers to scrape that information and just plug it into some simple formula that a large language model can use and give away for free or give away for a subscription fee. So my revenue models that I'm saying, and I teased this at the very beginning, my revenue models that I'm saying are going to be the revenue models moving into 2026 and beyond are going to be in-person things, education that is updated frequently, that is like real-time education. So people aren't just going to be able to like create a program and sit on it for the next 5 years. They're going to have to create a program and then maintain it and update it almost weekly. Otherwise, it's going to be old news before you get too long. One thing, or before you, it's going to be old news before too long. One thing that I will say though is there are people who are doers. Like for example, I don't want to like this isn't an ego thing, but there are people who are doers. Myself, I am actively creating YouTube content and actively creating content for dozens of our clients. And so I'm getting real-time feedback across the YouTube algorithm, which gives me a very unique perspective on information that I'm collecting. I collect a lot of information, and when I distribute that information, it makes it very valuable because there are very few people in the entire world who have as much YouTube information across the platform as I am receiving. I'm also actively creating content. And so on my social medias, I'm constantly talking about the things that I am seeing happening across social media in real time and through the lens of having access to all of this data that most people don't have access to. So that creates a lot of value in what I'm offering. It creates a lot of value behind the words that I am saying, as opposed to the person who sold their agency 2 years ago and they've been sitting on a course for the last year. They update their course once a year, and all of their course is based off of information that they got a couple years ago. They're not actively producing. So I think what we're going to end up seeing is a lot more we're going to see a lot more people who are in the thick of it, who are doing things, who are offering up the education in real time. Because if you're not offering up the education in real time, then your content's going to be old by next week. This is kind of like, it kind of like falls in line with like this timeline oriented social media stuff. It's like if you post a video today on Facebook, it's hard to find, or it's old news within a couple of days because of the way that the timelines are set up. Like you go on Facebook, and as soon as you see a video, you watch it, the video is gone, and it's really hard to see unless you save the link or unless you go back to that person's platform. I'm producing 2 to 5 pieces of content on Facebook every single day. And so in order for me to be successful as a content marketer, as an info product marketer, I need to be updating every single day. I need to be producing content every single day. Hopefully that point got through. It felt a little like I got a little bit messy there in the middle. By the way, if you guys are first timers here, I don't edit. I say, I stutter, I stammer. And the reason that I don't edit is because I want you to know I'm not artificial intelligence, number one. But then also, I value connection. I value trust. I want you guys to hear in my voice my passion. I want you to hear in my voice that I'm a human. I think that builds trustworthiness. And I think that it's important moving into the next decade that we connect this way. So I'm also, this whole video is dedicated to teaching you the things that I'm learning as we're taking our channel from 7 figures to 8 figures, our channel, taking our business from 7 figures to 8 figures in revenue, and all of the mistakes, all of the things that I'm learning in real time. These are the things I'm paying attention to. I'm also a part of a couple of masterminds, and in the masterminds, these are the things that 7, 8 figure, 9 figure people are talking about as well. So the information that I'm bringing to you on this channel comes from other people who think like me, who are in the thick of it, who are paying attention to the trends, and who have data and insights from their individual niches. This is a collective. These are my thoughts, obviously, but it's also coming from a collective thought, train of thought from a lot of different people. Okay. SaaS products. Let's talk about SaaS. I think that another iteration, evolution to information is SaaS. So because tools are so insanely easy to create now, you can literally get, there are program, artificial intelligence can program. You're going to be able to, in the next couple of years, you're going to be able to say, hey, AI, I want you to create an app for me that does X, Y, and Z. And it'll code it all. And then it'll upload it for you. And then you'll have access to it in the App Store. And then you can sell it. Like, tools are going to be insanely popular mechanisms for grabbing attention, building an email list, selling a low ticket offer, and then offering an immense level of value. The tool that we're currently working on right now is called yoinkit.ai. And the tool, it's a tool that I came up with that was like, hey, how can we take different sets of data, like different data pools, like blogs, social data, right? How can we take articles, blogs, tweets, Facebook posts, YouTube videos, and with one button, take all of the metadata associated with that post and turn it into a new piece of content. First of all, rate it, tell me what I need to do better, and then turn it into a new piece of social media content, script, a new blog post, new Facebook post, obviously in your own voice, whatever. You can use it however you want to. But my point is, like, I have all of this data that I have collected, all this information that I've collected, building videos that have collectively gotten billions of views and have resulted in 9 figures of revenue for our clients. And how can I take all of this data and put it into a tool that encapsulates the insights that I'm looking for, the insights that I am, the insights that I'm basing my content strategies off of, and offer that as a low subscription fee model for other people. As opposed to, we have a coaching program. We charge $5,800 for it. It was $9,800, and we charge $5,800 for it because of the way that I'm seeing info products going. But if I can give my tool away for $20 to $40 or $50 a month, as opposed to $6,000 for 6 months, what are you going to choose? Well, you're going to choose the tool every time, because the tool is more of an easy button than coming over to a coaching program, learning education that's already outdated, and then, being part of a group. Not that I don't want, there is immense value in our group, and it's for people who want to learn from me and be closer to, like, the source of the knowledge, the source of the training. Don't knock anybody for, I want people in that group. If you're interested in it, there's a link down in the description. But if you're just like, no, give me the tool. I know it's not for everybody and it's expensive. If you're just like, give me the tool, we're building a tool for that as well. This is the direction that I feel like digital marketing, service-oriented things, information products are going to evolve into, because of how valuable they are and the simplicity to get something out to market. We've been working on this tool for a couple months, and it's like in beta, and it looks amazing. It's virtually ready to go. I just want to make sure that I've got like tweaks and things that are happening. I just want to make sure that the value is really there before we launch the masses. And in this, like, I'd be lying if I didn't say, hey, this video, obviously talking about that, is going to create some exposure. That's not the intention of this video. The entire intention of this video was not to just promote our product. The intention of this video is to show you, number one, that I'm practicing what I preach. I'm doing the things that I'm talking about. And number two, to convince you, hopefully, that building your own SaaS products, your own tools, are the next wave. We've started with custom GPTs. That's what we based this tool off of. Now this tool is the evolution to my custom GPT, where it's going to be available by a subscription model. That's what I think is happening, you guys. That's what we're leaning into. And I'm seeing people who are launching their own SaaS tools and immediately out of the gate doing $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue from subscriptions of people who are like, this is absolutely valuable. There's one thing to the knowledge, right? To say like, hey, I'm gaining a whole bunch of knowledge from this person. This person put together a course. I'm gaining the knowledge. Now I have to figure out how to incorporate and implement the knowledge that I've learned from this program. And it's a completely different thing to say, hey, I've created a tool with my knowledge. All you got to do is use it. Here's how to use it. Here's some tutorials. All you got to do is use it, and you're going to see good results. That's a huge difference. One is like, I got to learn all this stuff and I got to go implement it. And the other is like, hey, all I got to do is press a fancy button and it's going to give me what I need. Massive. Especially when artificial intelligence is wiping out courses in education. So that's where I'd say, and this is all in real time, you guys, and this is going to change in the next 6 months to a year. And don't hate on me for saying, hey, a couple months ago you were all about custom GPTs. I still am. This is the next iteration of it. because the tech is just keeps getting better and better and better. I want to hear from you. What do you think about that? Obviously, don't want to scare you either. If you're in the middle of a course, just make sure that you're building into it frequent updates. Like you're frequently bringing new information to your group. This is what we do in our group. In our group, every single week, I'm bringing to them new data, new insights, new things, new strategies that I'm seeing. That's how you stay relevant in a world that is going to be dominated and overrun by artificial intelligence education very, very soon. All right, folks, I want to hear from you. Leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. I'm here to make stuff for you. These are the things that I'm seeing, and hope it's impactful for you in a good way. All right, later. See you tomorrow.